Which health insurance company is better, Medical Mutual of Ohio or Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield? Well, stick around because that's what we're looking at today. How's it going, everyone? I'm Joey Gingola with Gingola Insurance, and today we are going to be breaking down Medical Mutual of Ohio versus Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. So chances are, if you're looking for health insurance anywhere in Ohio, you're going to come across both of these companies. And my guess is, after it's all said and done, these are probably going to be the two remaining companies on your list after everything has been researched and discussed and talked about and all that fun stuff. And so I thought, well, let's put them head to head. And this is going to be the first comparison in a series of comparisons that put all of the different health insurance companies kind of in the ring with one another and see exactly how they stack up. So what I'm going to do is break it down into just 5 different little categories here. So first, I'm going to tell you my relationship with the companies, just a quick overview of my history dealing with them. 2, I'm going to give you a brief company history of each, Medical Mutual and Anthem, to let you know how they got started and all that fun stuff. And then I'm going to really break it down on this is what you're most concerned about. We're going to talk about 1, the number of plans that they're offering, the types of plans that they are offering. Then we're going to also talk about the network of doctors and hospitals that they have available for you. And then third, we're going to ultimately talk about price. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So first, for any of you that are not familiar with me or our agency, my grandfather started the agency back in 1955. It's Gingola Insurance Agency, Inc. is the official name. And we've been around ever since. He basically started the company with the idea of being an independent insurance agency, which means we're going to help you find whatever health insurance plan from whatever health insurance company is going to work best for you. So we weren't going to be tied to one specific company. So let's go ahead and fast forward about 50 some plus years. And, I've been in the business 5 years going on 6, and I've been dealing with Medical Mutual and Anthem ever since I came in, and I've not had a problem with either one of these companies yet. Of course, there are always going to be minor billing issues, small issues getting these, smaller claims is what we call them, or services or treatment covered under the plan. That's going to happen with any company, but neither company has ever walked away from, major hospital bills and left any of our clients in financial ruin. It just hasn't happened. And again, those sorts of stories are generally, for the most part, overblown. So just really quick, I've got a full company history. If you head over to jingolainsurance.com, I've got it linked below in the description of the video. I have a full company history on each Medical Mutual and Anthem. But first, just a couple highlights to know about Medical Mutual. They are the oldest and largest health insurance company in the state of Ohio. They are headquartered in downtown Cleveland. They were started way back in 1926. The first traces of the company can be found. And they didn't officially take the Medical Mutual name until about 1997. And they've merged and demerged and kind of been all over the place. But they've been around a very, very long time, and they are Ohio-based. The Blue Cross name can be traced back to about 1929, which is 3 years after the first kind of traces of Medical Mutual. And the Blue Cross Blue Shield name has been kind of a nationwide thing. Originally started as Blue Shield, Blue Cross. They came together. And Anthem itself as a company wasn't created until 1980. Again, they flopped around, merging and demerging all over the place. You can read that full story again in that article. But in 2001, they became a publicly traded company and had their final merger in 2004. That's when they eventually merged with WellPoint Inc. And actually, Anthem as a company ceased to exist. So that name actually, there is no company Anthem anymore. They go by WellPoint, but they use the brand name Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield in 11 states, and obviously Ohio is one of them. So now, let's get on to something that you are probably a little bit more interested in, and that is the actual plans themselves, the things that you buy to help protect you when you need to go to the doctor, when you need to go to the hospital. So Medical Mutual is keeping things relatively similar to last year. They're going to offer 8 plans on exchange or through Ohio's health insurance marketplace, basically healthcare.gov. The number breakdown is they're going to have 3 bronze plans, 2 silver plans, 2 gold plans, 0 platinum plans, and 1 catastrophic plan. One of the big changes that Medical Mutual is making this year with their plans is they will be making all of their plans work with an aggregate deductible. That's just simply a fancy insurance term that means it's all under one family deductible. So before they were called embedded, which means you would have 2 per family. So I'm sure you're familiar with that from a a plan through your employer where, one person would have let's say $500 deductible, another person would have a $500 deductible. Together, the family would have a $1,000 deductible, but you could meet two separate $500 deductibles. That's not the case anymore. Everything is combined aggregate deductible. And so if it's a $3,000 family deductible, everyone in that family, doesn't matter if there's 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, everyone's going towards the $3,000. And that's one of the major changes that they are making. So now the plans that they're offering off exchange or in the individual private marketplace, as they kind of called it in their email, I don't know what you would call it, just normal health insurance plans, I guess is what I say. But there's going to be 3 bronze, 3 silver, 0 gold, and 0 platinum. So that's a big difference from what they had last year. They had 1 platinum, 2 gold plans, I believe it was 1 silver, and a couple bronze. But you're seeing them shift away from gold and platinum. Nobody is offering platinum anymore. It's kind of like a unicorn. They don't exist. It's kind of interesting. Anthem, on the other hand, their motto is they're going to give you choice. They're going to have 14 different plans available, both on and off exchange or inside and out of the marketplace. What you're seeing here is Anthem is going to break it down with 5 bronze plans, 7 silver, 1 gold, and 0 platinum. And also they're going to have the 1 obligatory, 1 catastrophic plan as well. All right, my favorite part, Anthem and Medical Mutual's network of doctors and hospitals. And this was the biggest sticking point. This was the biggest shocker last year, as I've mentioned in previous videos. And you may have watched some of the stuff last year, and you may have originally come and found us that way by catching one of these videos. But the biggest shakeup was with what Anthem did with their network and what Medical Mutual did not. And for the most part, that's going to stay exactly the same. There's not a whole lot of change that has happened with Medical Mutual's network. It's they didn't make many changes last year when that's when a lot of companies did. And Anthem, well, they initially really shrunk their network down. It was very narrow, as they say, or cut down in Ohio, and they also stripped away most of your access out of state. Well, they've kind of come to their senses just a little bit. They've added a couple key hospitals in Northeast Ohio. So, for example, our hometown, Ashtabula, they've added the Ashtabula County Medical Center into the network, even though it is a Cleveland Clinic affiliate. That's one of the few and rare, if not only, exception for a Cleveland Clinic affiliated hospital, simply because of where it's located and the services that they provide. Another hospital that they brought in was Robinson Memorial Hospital, and that is in Ravenna. So those are a couple ones that they have changed. I know there might be a few. We're going to have a full PDF document linked here in this in the actual article for you to go ahead and download. I'll have it also linked below this video for you to grab and look at and compare the hospitals that are in network for Anthem. That's it. So it's still very limited. They are still going to bat with only 1 major hospital system for the most part in every major metropolitan area in the state of Ohio. I will have those listed out and linked as well in the article, so you can go ahead and check on all of that fun stuff. But what they did decide to wise up on is that they brought back what is called their Blue Card. And that Blue Card essentially means that you can have access to any Blue Cross and Blue Shield affiliate or location anywhere in the country. So that was gone last year. So if you were out of state in PA, or if you live near the PA border, or you live near the West Virginia border, you couldn't go to those out of state facilities. So like in Erie, up there in Erie, PA, there's Highmark. You couldn't go there last year. Now this year you can. Same is true for any state that you do go. It's going to increase your choices throughout the state line. So if you spend a decent amount of time traveling on the road throughout the course of the year, it might be something that works out for you. But again, that's a very rare, very specific scenario for that to happen, and I don't anticipate it to work out or really be a good solution for most people. So now, going back to Medical Mutual's network really quickly, the biggest advantage it has is, and this is what I say, is that you have pretty much most of the Cleveland Clinic, as I like to say, and I call it about 95% of university hospitals up here in Northeast Ohio. The one major exclusion that I can rattle off the top of my head for you is the Case Western Reserve campus in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, of university hospitals. Now, depending upon your feelings one way or the other towards the different systems, it may or may not be a deal breaker for you. But in my opinion, I'd rather have, like I said, the opportunity or the ability to go see either one of those primary locations, depending upon what situation I might be dealing with. Just limiting yourself to university with Anthem and excluding all of the Cleveland Clinic just is it sounds a little crazy to me. And finally, price. What do these plans cost? Who's going to win the price war? Well, last year, Medical Mutual did win that price battle, and they also won the network war. And on top of it all, they had a very solid offering of plans. Now, while it's not as a robust offering as Anthem, it's about half as many plans, you can't beat, the fact that the network is much stronger, that the cost was in most cases more affordable. And again, you had plan options that would be, for the most part, able to meet your needs. But from everything that I've been told, from what Anthem's told me, from what Medical Mutual has told me, I don't see that changing at all. I still think Medical Mutual is going to come out on top for the most part, ahead of Anthem. And assuming nothing crazy happens, I can't imagine that Medical Mutual still doesn't hold on to that top spot this year. So what's the bottom line then? Well, I'm going to give you what could be a hokey, canned insurance response here, but to be honest, either company is going to be far better than not having health insurance. I know that's setting the bar a little low, but forgive me. Either of these companies is going to be far superior to not having health insurance. If we're talking, one versus the other, most of this stuff that we're comparing and nitpicking is really just that. They're nitpicks. They're nice to haves, but they ultimately don't drive and don't, waver from the ultimate goal of that health insurance policy, and that is to ultimately protect you from hundreds of thousands of dollars from unexpected medical treatment. All right, if you really want to go more in depth on this and you really want to figure out which plan and solution is going to work the absolute best for you, you can go ahead and download our free video course. It's 5 parts, and it just walks you through the entire process of, I'm kind of calling it this year, how to get health insurance after Obamacare. And what that's going to do is we're going to be updating it through this enrollment season and bringing you the latest and greatest, I guess, information on what's happening and how to successfully and easily get through this process. But go ahead, just click. It's going to be right here. There's a nice little image. Click on that, and it'll take you right to the page to start watching this video series right now. Of course, if you are watching on your mobile phone or whatever and you can't click on that little image, there's a link below in the video's description as well. So, but of course, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this. It does mean a lot to me. Thank you very much. But of course, as always, I am Joey Gingola with Gingola Insurance. Take it easy, everyone. Which health insurance company is better? Anthem? Well, hey, stick around, because that's today's... These cost-sharing subsidies, Which health insurance company is better? Medical Mutual of Ohio or Anthem Blue Cross? Why am I so bad at these videos?